safe pick, seeing as how Jug already knows his laning opponent is going to be Doom.
So it's really hard to kill Jug this game, but it's very hard for Jug to kill people because of Pugna. So my concern is like...
It's just for the lane, right? They're picking Lich Jug.
I mean,
I'm pretty sure it's just for the lane.
Healing Ward is also good this game versus Leshrac and Doom.
I just don't feel like there's anybody on his team to use Healing Ward. Like, Storm doesn't really use it that much
himself.
He'd rather run out of mana than health. So now we need an offlaner that uses Healing Ward. Maybe like a Primal Beast. You know, a hero that throws himself to the fray and then gets
like
out.
Primal Beast, doesn't he?
I'm pretty sure they're just going to see whatever carry we're giving to low, and he's going to be like, I need this hero to counter that hero.
No.
Healing Ward synergy.
They banned the Faceless Void, so that means that is a good hero against Primal Beast.
Okay.
So Betboom's going to go Primal Beast, and Azure Ray is going to preemptively counter it with... They need a way to kill Jug. They actually just need a reliable physical damage dealer. Is it just like Ursa? Is it just...
Ursa, Slark. I mean, it's a pretty good Slark game, too.
It is a pretty good Slark game. Not the best 9th pick carry. But
bad in carry.
That a hero doesn't kill Jug. Doesn't die to Jug, though.
Doesn't die to Jug.
True.
It's fine. I mean, the silence is annoying Jug, too.
And Storm. That's true. Are we too focused on taking care of this Jug? Is Storm properly checked between Silencer and Doom?
Yeah, I think it's fine. Ideally, your carry can also deal with them some way. That's why I did mention Slark. The hero can also annoy him at some point in the game. And their supports, like, he's going to be able to hunt their supports super easy in a game like this.
There she blows. Speaking of that, maybe it's a Kunk offlane. Pretty good against Slark.
Yeah, now you get to counterpick the Slark.
Viper.
That's not even good.
I wouldn't hate Primal. I don't think Primal's that bad versus Slark. Oh, they go for the... That's a pure hero.
We were on panel the other day. I was like, what would you pick here, Rezo? And he's like, Legion Commander. And I'm like...
Yeah, that's right.
Why?
What did he say?
He's like... He just said the hero's good, the lane's strong,
just
like
for the lane.
He can get solo kills. And then he gave me his rationale too of like why Legion Commander is good in some games. If you can kill the supports, he said.
Okay.
You're playing versus a Pugna, so you kind of have to duel.
It's a pretty tough Legion game, I think, because not only is he like against a natural save, which means if he duels anybody that's not the Pugna, they're likely to get decrept. You're also dealing with global, which means they're probably going to slam any follow-up that you have. And on top of that, he doesn't really have much follow-up. There's no Skywrath Mage, no Dark Willow supports, Hoodwink, something like this. And mid laner isn't exactly burst. So I think Rezo's got a lot of weight on his shoulders. I think it's going to come a lot down to the lane because you are certainly favored against Slark. But I'm telling you, if I'm Rusty, the worst part of my game is the laning phase by far. So I'm feeling pretty good.
Bad news here.
Start with the bad news.
Bad news is I think Betboom probably lost.
Okay.
That's good news is Rezo's probably coming back to the panel.
Let's go!
That's good news for us. I don't think that's good news for Rezo. Winter, what's your assessment of game number 2? Which draft do you prefer?
I like the Legion pick. I don't know about these guys. I think the Legion's the game's gonna be simple, you know. I feel like he's gonna be able to play the lane, and after that he just needs to duel the Pugna. Bully the supports.
Just duel the Pugna?
Yeah. He's gonna get global half the time.
Yeah, then great, you know, they have to global for him.
True.
Then the Storm gets to do his thing.
Be the decoy.
Yeah.
See if it works out. It's time for game number 2 with ODPixel and Fogged.
Thank you very much, Neil, and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to game 2 here, but for Azure against Betboom. Fogged, what do you make of it this time round? Coming in with the last pick this game, it's going to be Rezo getting his hands on the Legion. Potential for this hero, or do you think there could be things that cause some issues?
I think he has to have a good lane. I think it's like all in on the lane. Otherwise, I'm just kind of weirded out because am I wrong about the mechanic? Does Depth Shroud just cancels duel?
Depth Shroud
100% just
cancels.
It instantly cancels.
It just puts it to an end.
So he has to duel the Pugna, but he also has to duel the Slark. So I feel like the mid game for Rezo could get really difficult. So I'm going to be looking mostly at lane. I feel like he has to apply that pressure, and he does have the possibility for it. He does have a pretty strong lane. This Coddle plus Legion Commander, it's something that they have ran before, even with Pure. They do love the Legion Commander. So let's see if it's going to actually have that type of lane, because I do have some worries for it in the mid game. Because yeah, it's just itemized for it. So definitely some concerns if he's not able to do that. And yeah, there's definitely that. This Pugna, I think this is a hero that's, of course, just absolutely absurd if you're able to have a target to be able to pump up. And he has that target. We saw Somnus actually quite pop off last game. OD. More in the meta, less right. So definitely some concern.
Smell that forest air. Wind at your back. Supports at your side. Pours safely behind you. Furnace. Last of my kind, but first in this.
No, I think for the Slark to trade early.
Yeah. Bouncer is annoying though. See how this one goes. Tell me, how much regen do they actually have down here on this? Okay, they did bring the 6 tangos, so he will be able to pump up Lu. And Rezo's trading a little bit too much at the level 1, I would say. That's 8 stacks onto Lu. Oh, sorry.
Lao.
Now,
Come on.
what? Was it? Oh yeah, right.
No, it was low.
It was low. Now you're
Low.
confusing me.
No, I'm confusing it. Yeah. We got it.
They're being kept really low.
They are.
Rezo,
They're playing on the edge.
blood grenade doesn't clip Rezo.
Oh,
Hey!
he's trying to stand his ground. They're going to
Boom.
get it.
Alrighty.
They bring down low as Rezo survives.
The blood grenade actually missed Rezo there. I think if the blood grenade hits him, maybe that there could potentially be a kill, but
It would have been
still close.
It might have at least caused kind of Rezo to panic
Yep.
and then maybe caused him to die.
Okay, I mean, I guess the trading does actually work for him there. Now he's low. They do have. Now he's low.
No,
No,
he's
not
low.
low. Yeah. Oh God. No, you know, Rezo is low. No, I'm
Oh,
thinking-
Rezo's low. Come on.
low HP. Does have to be careful how he steps up now at this point versus the Slark. Just for a couple moments here. Level 2 has been hit from the Silencer too. But good kill. Up top's Nightfall. It's getting slowed down at just a little bit up here though versus the Doom. Has missed a couple.
Looks like the mid's pretty even so far. I mean,
Yeah.
EPK's getting a bit low.
I feel like that's the one that Somnus should just come out just a little bit ahead of. I think bottom just has so much kill that I can't really look away from it. I feel like there could just be kills on either side if either of them just step up a little bit too far.
Trying to go for Rezo again.
Too bad for you.
But it's always going to be hard for Low to push for the kill.
Yep.
I mean, now that Rezo's got the point and press the attack, it's
A
going to
very
limit
easy one.
what Tianming can kind of throw down upon him.
Yeah, I'm glad that he didn't go. I feel like a lot sometimes attack 100% in this lane versus Silencer.
If Rezo plays it careful, I don't think he can get aggressive onto the Legion. Like, Legion will just turn and kill you. It's too scary to trade with this hero.
Too much spam. I think the blinding light also makes quite a bit of difference
Yeah.
in mid-range and stuff, though. Oh.
I mean, trying to get the hits in, but it's super risky against Rezo and Save.
Yeah, blood grenade. He dispels it off of himself. He actually gets aggressive. It might have the kill here.
They're going to have him.
Very fire. They
Not
got
going to save him. It's a difficult lane.
Yep.
It really is now. And now that these kills have started to come in for Rezo and Save, it's not easy for Azure to play the safe lane duo top lane. Kill here's
Another one.
Nightfall's able to chase him down with the Blade Fury.
This was the plan from Betboom, right? That's why they went for these heroes. They are all about just dumping on these lanes, just getting as much of an advantage as possible. Nightfall even getting these boots super early on too. Really trying to get aggressive. Good kills. And yeah, mid, Somnus slightly ahead, but it's so minor. I'm pretty happy with the way that these first 3 minutes have gone. They did claim, I think, did they get both healing lotuses? No, they only got the one. Top was able to clip. So a little bit harder for them to now commit for Chalice on the next go. So,
Trying to make the jump upon him, but always able to easily disengage between the two of them.
yeah, they always, of course, if there is any type of commitment to, there is going to be that healing lotus that can get to.
Low and Tianming, they can't afford to give up any more kills in this safe lane.
They're out
It's
of
been a bit rough, but another death will make this bottom lane very difficult to play for Radiant.
Yeah. How much more? I think they have to bring maybe perhaps a little bit more regen too. See Raindrop coming in. Yeah, Tango's coming out for Tianming, so trying to make sure that he can keep that Slark healthy. He's still, I mean, still even last hits, but yeah, you can see that it is a little bit harder for him to put the pressure onto Rezo as these levels do build up. This does feel like there's like limited rotations that are going to come around the mid lane, right? So it's going to be strictly like side lane play for the side of Betboom for some time. But yeah, last game the lanes got broken really early on from FY's movements. Zero. They get the silence onto Rezo. That's tempted to go aggressive here.
I mean, Rezo should be able to stand his ground. Yeah, Low can't continue to trade with this. He's got to run.
He's got wand.
He's going to be able to live. Thinks about turning back in. Yeah, always can be quite deceptive when you try and go for this Legion. There's just so much kind of turnaround, heal, and stand your ground potential.
I still can't look at the other lanes. I actually just have to keep on bottom. Just, yeah, at any moment, someone could just get brought down. Like, whoa, right there. If that Illuminate hits, there's a chance for them to just kill him, too. Very important lane, but overall, Betboom, they've drafted themselves for lane success. Right now, 2K lead out of these lanes.
And Tianming, he's gone safe. Gets another down here.
And we saw what saves Coddle, as they said on the panel. I think he's the only one with a win on the Coddle at this tournament, and it was with a Basher versus Enigma. Kills already set up for him, an early Vessel potentially on the horizon for him. He actually almost has the Urn with boots and an upgraded wand. Very good start for him. They are actually going to be able to check the power rooms.
Mid?
GPK dropping low. He's likely to die. It looks like they should be able to at least take away that power rune away from Som. Good hit there.
Yeah, would get themselves a kill on the board, Azure, right?
Yep, Somnus getting that 6 just a little bit before. That's those denies. Those little bit of denies, they do add up. Oh, he's actually able to walk into the enemy. Okay, he finds himself a bounty. He might actually make the move, perhaps toward tops. He was thinking about it, but versus Jug.
Bottom lane, Low.
They're low.
He's not having a fun time. Save was coming in with some really nice body blocks. Low will still manage to get underneath the tower, but only just.
Salve. Getting pressured quite a bit there in comparison to the Jug. He's 1,900 net worth. Jug now 3K. Rezo 600 ahead versus the Slark too. Like that he's just gone for no Calling Blade, no nothing like that, no Raindrop, nothing. Just Bracer straight into these phase boots so that he can keep going as the pounce won't quite connect onto Rezo. Wisdom Rune. Why? Be able to get his.
He will.
He will. And they might even get a kill also.
They do. Somnus gets over, make sure to put a stop to the TP at Toronto, Tokyo.
Two brothers in arms, Somnus and FY, always sticking it together. He's having an excellent game, and like we said last time, Somnus, he was actually a bit behind in the mid, in the mid lane. This time with an advantage, we'll see what he's going to be able to do. He's actually going for a very early Yule Scepter. Cool. Extra little catch versus the Storm Spirit. I think we saw with Dark Mago. I think it was Dark Mago, right? The blink and the Yules and stuff. He actually did so much work as this Lesh earlier. Build's cool. And yeah, look at FY. He's going to fill up the bottle immediately of his buddy, of his compadre, and they're going to keep enabling this Lesh. Even though the bottom lane is going quite difficult for low, they're setting up Somnus for success. And Bo is going to be going for a Midas. He is going to be going for that recovery.
Okay. Yeah, considering that the start hasn't been a free one for him down here.
I don't blame him. Power Rune, gonna spawn top, just an Illusion Rune. Boy. Chalice at this point now, Vanguard is finished. He actually gets the Doom on Nightfall, kills the Healing Ward.
Is there going to be any TPs coming in to try and help Nightfall? Here they come.
Okay.
And it's enough to force Chalice to back off. In fact, they'll hold back on finishing the TPs, just enough to scare him. As
Rezo.
It's going to do it. Bottom lane, Rezo will get caught out there. Somnus joins forces with Lu and Tianming to take him down.
And Lo does get the stack, I believe. He does get that Agi stack in this. Somnus' job. He's like, all right, my Slark is having some trouble, but not the absolute worst case scenario for this Slark. Rezo's actually only 300 above him, and that kill kind of just puts Lo right back in position versus one. Yeah, still about 1,000 behind his counterpart of the Jug, but Betboom drafted themselves to kind of dominate lanes completely here, and not entirely the case here. Ray definitely getting quite a bit out of the map. Some stacks coming out. I see FY is playing inside the mid lane, farming, and he's actually double stacking around the Ancients and the hard camp to set up Somnus for even more success. It's all about boosting up this Lasherac. Have that good early game so they can play around him.
Coin for me.
Well, lane low's going to feel pretty safe now.
Now he's fine.
He's hit the 6.
Yep, and now he's actually just ahead of that Legion. Rezo actually having to be a bit careful every time he shows down here now. It's not quite the level 6 and low is.
And left on his own now, with the movements of Save, looking to join forces with the team elsewhere.
And now it's like, the lane's still like pretty okay for Betboom. Now it's like, I'm really wondering how the Legion's going to do in this mid game, just because of how difficult it feels like setting up a duel will be versus eventual depth shrouds, the Pugna decreps and everything like that, versus global too. Like most of the times with Legion, you want to have like, he gets the duel off, you have some type of big explosive damage, but if he just gets a duel off, there's a global that comes out. There's not really that damage, and they don't even really have like a Sky Wrath ult or anything with the Legion. It's a little bit different.
And in mid, GPK. He's
They have enough.
onto Somnus, and with
Chain Frost.
they do.
Okay. That's kind of cool. Besides just having it for the lane, I think I've seen them do this before in Betboom, that they like this versus the Pugna. Because you do stay kind of close. With the life chain, you can just get these bounces to go, but kind of cool. Cast range on life drain is 700. Bounces are 600, but if you're not perfectly at the max distance until you have any cast range, bounces definitely can be a problem. To get aggro on Save, he might have him here with the drain. It's going to be close. First,
One charge is Save.
he's up.
Keep him fine. So as this occurs, both carries. Moment 4,700 on Nightfall and on low 3,800. So still the lead here for the Jug. Nightfall should be on track for a good Battle Fury timing.
Other thing about the Slark, not just besides the Legion, it's also versus the Jug, right? An Omni Slash, pretty difficult for him to get off in a lot of situations. Very similar to that, you know, the duel. Depth Shroud, Shadow Dance, definitely going to be causing some problems. Okay, got some top rotations versus Chalice. There's the Omni.
And got the
Not gonna
Decrepify.
finish him.
Yeah, Chalice. He's going to be fine, and now he's looking to turn. They're going to try starting to run towards Nightfall. Nightfall will opt for the Blade Fury TP out. That'll get him back to safety.
Can GPK get away? Looks like he should be able to. Tom just can't close the gap.
I mean, they don't get the kill, but of course, Azure, they use Global, they use Doom, and they in turn don't get any kills themselves.
GPK's
GPK
in.
gonna try for the catch on to Somnus, trying to burst through the Slash. The life drain's there, healing Somnus up, but
Big damage.
it's not gonna keep him alive.
Nice
Trying to
job.
Tokyo finishes the kill.
Okay, and he's really pushing the limits here with the Chakra.
And Chalice wants to try and take Toronto Tokyo down, but the Chain Frost is just gonna get thrown straight back
Huge
at it.
magic damage.
They have enough mana to play for more they do. They've got FY, GPK topped up by Save.
They keep pumping up the mana
They
too.
can go for
This-
jamming as well. They're closing in on the silence, so
Oh
they'll get a
my.
4th kill out of this Betboom.
I mean, Save. Look at this. 504. Just continuing to just earn mana onto GPK. And look at it. A regen rune also spawns top GPK. Swift moves. They danced perfectly around the global and everything. That was beautiful. And Jesus, the magic damage. I think it was what, Solar Bind, and then they triple nuke the Doom. A Doom with a Vanguard who explodes in seconds. That was actually cool. Themselves at a bit of an advantage here after these lanes.
And sort of outside of the Jug, if Betboom speed it up with the rest of the 4 of them, it could be quite punishing. You know, Azure, of course, with the Doom, that they are running a double Midas lineup.
They're playing it's a very greedy lineup for sure from Azure. I think Save and GPK can do a lot of damage here in these next few moments, just sticking together. And just since Save is having such a good game, there's almost a Vessel. Level 8, he's just going to keep GPK full mana. Top Chalice again.
They're just going to go straight in. GPK is going to make the jump over towards FY. FY decrepify himself in an attempt to live, but the Blade Fury comes out. FY is gone.
Bloom playing too fast for Azure to react to at this moment. And then the healing ward's actually still up, so they're going to get tower damage. Okay, restored back up to full mana instantly. That is...
He's ready to go.
He's going for more.
Next one, GPK. He sees Tian Ming, goes straight for him. The silencer is gone.
And they might get another one. Chalice too, getting set up. Do they have another mana? Dave's going to use it on himself. It's enough.
They've got the jump here as Night falls in with the Omni Slash. Kills just keep coming in here for Betboom.
This top lane feels like a disaster for Azure. Stop going over there. Betboom. I think that's like 7 consecutive kills or something. It feels like they've gotten up there around this Coddle, around this Storm. I'm gonna be careful. You're still very fragile. They have more than enough burst damage for you. Yeah, these supports got so much. Level 9 now on both of them.
And what's this happening? Rezo's just been kind of on his own island,
Yeah.
farming away and catching up. He's got good timing on the Blade Mail and 900 gold in onto the Blink Dagger, so should hit a solid sort of build up with those first 2 core items.
Yep, they won't get the Wisdom Runes there, unfortunately for Betboom. Azure is able to claim for the 2 of them there, but big damage done in these last last 4 minutes or so. Yeah, let me see how many kills it was. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7 or 8 kills, yeah, consecutively. All around that top play, all around save, just upping up GPK. Now, Witchblade's about to be finished, even more kill threat, and save. I think that is the vessel done in 30 gold. Gonna be able to prevent a lot of healing versus this Leshrac.
For Azure now, is it just a case of trying their best to avoid these moves?
I think you still have to just play, at least set up around Somnus with like 2 or 3 heroes, but you kind of have to play to just farm since you have, I mean, double Midas cores.
Midas.
If you go to look for fights, you're gonna get overwhelmed. You're gonna lose those battles. So those feel like they have to kind of play a little bit of a recovery outlet here. It means they might just start losing some towers here. Rezo set up on bottom already. He's got backup of Tokyo. Alice looks like he's potentially making the move down here, but this can't be an easy defense with these Midases. Ridiculous timings for save. 12 of the 13 kills been enabled by this Keeper of the Light. Hot few moments. Somnus, it's not the usual kind of build, as we were saying. He's not like this super Bloodstone kind of guy that's going to be very, very tanky in frontline. He did go for a duel.
He's just going to make a walk up and get the straight up duel.
Okay, then.
He gets the catch, they get the kill, they'll probably get more as well. I mean, FY will protect himself with a Decrepit fight.
Chalice.
He has got Doom available. If he finds a target to drop it down on, he'll drop it now onto GPK, but GPK's going to be able to back away. Rezo will get taken down, but he'll damage of the magical.
He ticks out.
See them try and run down Toronto, Tokyo. Somnus, he's going to be able to land the stun. Doom's about to come to an end on GPK. He might be able to get back in on this. As Somnus and FY are low. GPK, he's in. Gonna turn with the Yule. Somnus lines up the stun.
There's a healing ward down.
And indeed, Nightfall buffing up. GPK, GPK can push on for more. They'll get the 2 of them, take down 4.
What? GPK and Save are actually just owning this early game so damn hard. Disengaging, re-engaging, getting the stacks. This Vessel purchase, love it from Save. And yeah, GPK, it just...
The start this as well low. He was not prepared for this. Rezo just comes around the tree line, instant duel. Sure, the global comes out, but it's too late at that point. There's always going to be difficulty for Azure to continue a fight.
He's got another one in the game, up top. He's low, and he's just gotten.
I mean, and in the mid at the same time, the jump's made onto Chalice. Betboom.
Oh, Betboom, they're snowballing.
They are snowballing super hard. 17 minutes coming up on the clock is 20-5.
Huge moves. Yeah, really punishing these Midases and just keep the ball rolling versus them. You have a Battle Fury Jug who's getting no pressure on you. You're not giving space to this Doom, this Slark. And the Lesha at this point, he's been answered. That early Vessel that they're able to pick up on the Coddle, it's really causing so many problems. Another jump,
and they just keep going. No need for them to slow down right now as they'll look towards FY. FY is gone. GPK perfectly fine. In fact, yeah, if Tianming was any further away from that tower, he would have gone for him as well. But GPK will give him a little bit of mercy.
I mean, they're going to keep healing him up, keep him going.
He might zip into the trees anyway. I mean, it's Tianming. Somnus in a bit of a risky spot. GPK, yeah, he's just going to go straight in. They get the jump, they take down Tianming, they've got the control as well onto Somnus. Somnus is gone as well.
Holy...
3 more kills.
God.
It just keeps speeding up here from Betboom.
I mean, these two. I mean, we'll give Tokyo some of the credit as well, too, on this glitch, but my God. 8-0-20 on Save. 6-1 and 9 on GPK. They're 2-5.
Are they looking for low?
2.5 E5, and we'll, like I said, give Tokyo some credit, but there's no space. Azure, they weren't even showing. That was just a scan, and they just got dove past their towers. Betboom angry after that last game. Power Rune 2, Rezo camping it for his buddy. Continue to pump up the mana onto GPK. Mid lane, who's gonna show? Rezo's at the ready with the duel. Those answers for duel and those answers for Omni not quite online yet after this. Yeah, after this consecutive, 9-10 minutes of just the Betboom beatdown. Jure struggling to, it feels like struggling to find what they want to do here in these next few moments. They're gonna have Blink on Doom. Maybe that's a call to potentially try to look for something, but at this point, they're so far behind. Do they have enough damage? I think they're gonna want to smoke, surely. Yeah, I mean, none of the duels have been, or none of the Dooms have been kind of successful at all. It's all been dooms into Betboom running away and disengaging, then re-engaging and dominating the fights. They need a way to keep them inside of this doom and get the focus fire on them. Jure.
D-Ward.
Ports are just so rich. There's 4 staff on Lich and a Glimmer Cape on Save. So even if they get doomed in a lot of these situations, they might just get pushed out.
I mean, they're just going to show us 5 and try and push this tier 1 by the looks of it, Azure. So not trying to go for any sort of surprise catch.
Catch Nightfall kind of like off. It's too risky. Betboom might just swing around and look for the fight. They're smoking down here.
And Chalice is waiting for the jump.
There's a full BKB already. Holy moly.
And they get a bit of damage done to the tower, but that's it. Now they have to back away.
They have to full disengage. They might even lose somebody here. Ward. Scout out Rezo, but GPK is just in looking.
Yeah, he's going to get in and get the catch on to Chalice.
Global.
Global's there, but the BKB comes out. Doom will get dropped onto GPK, but
he's fine.
He doesn't care. He continues to push onwards. TP out.
Oh, Roche!
Catch on Chalice. It caught Chalice. The duel's there onto Somnus. They're going to get both of these cores.
Oh, and Somnus is trying to go through the portal, and Roche is like, nah, you're staying here with Betboom.
And they
can do it.
They do the rush.
Oh, yeah. They are, I mean, they're so big at this point on kind of everybody. All the core, the support's massive.
All right. Yeah, this Roshan looks to be theirs.
All right, Storm with a godly early game into giving an Aegis at this point in the game. Yeah, Betboom, they're already throwing those taunts. They're confident.
Yeah, it's looking good. I mean, I feel like we've seen other teams try and do the Storm plus Cole, and it's just not been anywhere near as fluid and smooth as this, right? Betboom with the Cole Storm, they do it better than anyone else, it seems like.
And it's cool that they're confident to still do it, because if I'm not mistaken, they did lose the 2 games versus Bleed the other day, but they picked the Coddle in the Storm. And now that I'm looking at, yeah, they did end up losing those versus like a Puck and a Pugna.
I mean, you're seeing in this game why they like it.
I mean, Save is just...
For reasons like this outcome we've had so far.
Yeah, Save is honestly just doing so much work. Just the way that he's making GPK look like a god here. From the lane all the way to this kind of just movements all throughout this early game. Level 14, Keeper of the Light. Rezo's 13. Everybody, almost everybody on the side of Azure, 11, 11, 12, 11. Low is the only one who's 15. The support Coddle is out-leveling everybody.
Smoke up on the mid. Betboom's ready to jump again. They're going to look for Somnus.
They have the burst.
Somnus is able to live through this. He's not. Toronto Tokyo is able to slide in and finish him off with a blast.
Look at GPK. Look how confident he's playing, because there's like no stuns to catch him. Low.
Lowe's trying.
Wants to get something here.
He's going to get chain frosted. He actually has to pump. Okay, he's going to get buffed up by the Glimmer Cape, so we're going to have to put the Shadow Dance for now. He'll be okay.
He sees Rezo at the moment, so he knows he can play a little bit reckless on the Slark. No fear. Another power rune. GPK continuing to get healed up. Save. Pops him off. For another play. Super early gem perked up too. Betboom just feeling so confident around the map. Toronto Tokyo picking that one up. Very limited moves for Azure. Just farm, farm, farm till they're able to try to catch up with these Midases. But they're just getting stalked. Rezo sees the Slark. Replays the same ward that caught him earlier. It's the Shadow. The Shadow Dance, at least.
GPK.
A little awkward.
He's going to back away as well. Then looks like neither team wants to continue that fight right now.
Okay. Instant Shadow Dance from...
And they're going to go straight for bottom. See if they can catch Chalice.
Nightfall, in the meantime, has also just been free farming because of all this pressure that they're able to apply. Getting close to a butterfly. It's gonna be really hard for this Slark, who's already so far behind to itemize for her. Wow.
We'll get this tier 2. Don't think there's going to be much in the shape that Azure can bring down here for defense.
Oh, there's...
Is this push of Betboom?
They're still on full recovery mode after that devastating sequence of deaths. And an even more greedy item. Yes, they have the blink on Chalice. He goes for the Octarine also greed rather than go for something like a BKB or anything to kind of be protected. Very greedy route. Betboom still with 2 minutes of their Aegis. Completely control the map still. why being a little sneaky up top, getting a bit of tower damage onto the tier 2 here.
If you're in the vicinity of Dire's top tower, I'd put on a hard count. That baby is coming down.
Where do Azure's strengths lie when they're in this position?
So they still just
Just avoiding the fights,
Yeah,
just trying to get this game going longer.
But when is it gonna feel really good for them to be able to fight? Because I mean, these chain kills just really added up so much from Betboom. Like everyone, it's not just the core, it's not just GPK. Everyone's just so massive at this point. Rezo, a little bit behind, I guess you could say, but he is still gonna be annoying. Thought there would be some answers perhaps for his Legion, but so far they have not been able to actually answer his duels. Everyone has to be careful with this show. I mean, Rezo just kind of like walking at these heroes.
If you're in the vicinity of Dire's top
Just, they know it seems like they know exactly where Chalice is.
Ooh, that's a close one.
Dire's top tower is really
Saw him for a split second there and just chased him all the way out. Rezo now with the BKB he's hunting.
See what they can catch up top.
Will Low continue to show?
He sticks around.
He continues to show.
Ooh. I guess he really wanted that tier 2 tower, and either way, he wanted it, and he did not want to come in with some sort of preemptive shadow dance. That it's just an easy duel for Rezo. I mean, he was
free.
showing himself standing there for many seconds.
He didn't click either. No Depth Shroud, no Shadow Dance for his buddy either.
Yeah, you're right. He had both.
He had both, if I'm not mistaken.
He just wanted this tower low. He's like, I came in for this tower. I'm going to get it. Oh no, there's a Legion. Oh no, I'm dead. Didn't go the way that Low planned that.
Don't think anything's going the way that Azure kind of planned anything to happen here. But for Betboom, it's going perfectly. Godlike Keeper of the Light.
Got to be more careful. Can't be hitting towers like that when Rezo's off the map. I mean, already getting multiple duels onto this Slark. It's
That's 3, right? If I'm not mistaken, at least.
yeah. I mean, it's obviously, you know, if you're getting jumped from the fog, it's, you know, what can you do? He clicks duel on you, he clicks duel on you, but yeah, like, got to be a little bit more prepared there, like. Now that.
Those deaths compound also, since he's playing versus this Jug who's just... I mean, Nightfall is literally having... He's not even having to play the game. He's just playing PvE completely on this Jug.
Yeah, he's going to be ready to carry when it's needed.
He's got to have 20, so he's going to have that Blade Dance talent as well, too, if he wants to go for it. He can go for his Tormentor as well, too, for free with that Healing Ward. That real devastating stuff from 3 Betboom heroes in particular. And we can give credit, too, but yeah, the 2 supports in GPK. The last 16 minutes or so, it just feels like anywhere they go, they just get kill after kill after kill.
Eyes on the creep wave. Yeah, they're going to see if Low heads back for this.
He might.
Dire's top
Rezo
No,
might
I don't think he
catch him.
will.
He's
I
been
mean,
playing
he's
pretty
seen the wave
risky.
be blasted. He knows that Save's going to be playing with cores with him.
Oh, and he showed.
It's a rough
Rough
one.
one for Low.
Low is struggling.
Actually showed.
I mean, they're
Very
going to
shocked
take
he
some
did.
pressure on the base here.
Omnis.
PK, he's happy to zip in recklessly with the backup that he has. Chalice,
Okay.
get him with the Doom.
Omni.
Global's out, but not indeed before the Omnislash is there.
Okay.
Will manage to split, and it's going to allow the chance for GPK
I
to
mean,
back off as
Healing
well.
Ward is still alive, so they're gonna get healed up to full.
I mean, that's Slark dead, Doom gone, Global gone.
Everything gone. They're just gonna jump.
And they go again. They get the jump here onto FY. They've got the vision, they've got the pullback. FY's out. This bottom rack's 27 minutes in potential trouble. They've got the backdoor protection. Creeps are going to be coming in, though.
How do you stop it? Nightfall is so far. He literally has just had the creep stall game. Butterfly near nullifier.
Omnis.
Another jump.
Low try and get in with the pound.
Another duel.
Game, but he got dueled again.
Rezo is just destroying this poor man.
This Slark has been completely broken by this Legion. Resolution. I mean, every single time getting the jump, but just never a chance for a Shadow Dance or a Death Shroud in anticipation at the fact that he's about to be dueled. He's getting caught every time.
I don't think there's ever been a situation when there's like, oh, he needs to duel the Pugna. Nope, he just duels the Slark. Doesn't have to worry about a decrep or anything.
Getting a fair bit of damage, plus 132 now for Rezo.
18 GPK. And, I mean, he's gonna have a Lincoln stun, but I don't think a single Doom has been successful, right? All the Dooms they've just walked out of and reset, and then it's actually been Azure, right, who lost the fight immediately after those Dooms go off. Yeah, Azure, they're never finding anything this game. Chalice has a BKB, GPK, unable to force it. Jug hitting 20k net worth.
Nullify, yeah, it's going to mean that no Decrepify save is going to do anything for Azure right now.
No Yules, no Decrepify.
Chalice,
All right.
again, just throwing out these Dooms that do a whole lot.
I mean, he's done a good amount of damage with the Dooms.
I was going to say, a lot of Dooms have come out from him.
0 kills.
Is it actually, he's not been actually able to set up for any kills with Doom?
I can't remember, but I remember the top Doom.
Or Rezo's on the hunt.
Dooms. A couple other.
He's just going to sell for FY hit. Death Trap, this time it's going to be there.
There it is.
Stops the duel, so FY will live.
For once. But 30 minutes of devastation. First and only time they've been able to protect versus that. Betboom just kind of, I think they can just, I mean, they can just do pretty much anything they want on the map, but
Yeah, get
the
the
ideal
next
next thing is just wait for the next Roche, yeah.
Get the next Roche, get Nullify and Rezo,
Yep.
and then they can just look to push, jump high ground, and then regardless of who they catch, they'll kill them. Not a lot that Azure Array is going to be able to do to save these heroes getting jumped when there'll be a couple of Nullifies in the game.
They're just farming and farming and farming until it's Betboom's choice to go for this kind of end, it seems like. Storm? Oh yeah, we said it's going to be able to block the Doom, but that Doom has not been successful for the side of Azure Ray.
That's been a tough game for Azure
It
Ray.
has been.
32-5 here for Betboom.
Save just really understanding how to make this Kato look almost broken when he does have this stone. At least this game.
Oh, they're going for Lou.
Oh, low.
Low's got to be careful.
Low. Rezo's,
He's
just got his
ready.
number.
It's a hard
single
match,
time.
especially
It is
when
a
the
hard
Legion's this far ahead
Sure.
and kills you this quickly. You're going to get dueled.
When it's ahead,
It's just been a lot of times, unfortunately, for Low. Rezo, indeed, catching him every single time.
Now Fear, you know, the panel, they know. This is why Rezo wants to play it. Confident on it. Yeah, versus the Slark. Get all these duels. Now he also has a Nullifier.
Yep, and it's going to be coming out.
So now he can freely choose who he wants to go for. He can just, now he always can duel the Slark. Now he doesn't ever have to worry about a decrypt anyway. It doesn't seem like he had to. Hey, just cheese.
Got a question that time.
So the cheese.
Smooth game from Bep. Okay, set up around top. They're recalling an hero in. Rezo again.
He's ready to go.
It's gonna be.
Come forward. GPK's going to start the fight. Rezo's in. They've got another fire and the duel down onto Somnus. Somnus is gone FY as well.
They might call this one pretty soon. I mean, it's been over for quite some time. It does feel like, but they might just call it after these type of deaths. Almost 200 dual damage on Rezo.
And this tier 2's done for. They can look to go high ground here, Betboom.
Yep.
A super strong duels back up to 25 for Rezo. Here comes the high ground push.
Okay, he wants kills. Gonna taunt them. He's gonna drag the mid wave even. What's the defense? No Pugna for 40. Lesh still dead. Let's watch your Rex die. Talk about what's going on for the next game. Okay, we'll taunt them a little more. No fear. He really wants that high five.
Lowe's trying to get a jump. He's not going to get it. GPK indeed turns towards Somnus there with the Omni touch. Somnus is gone. Rezo's in looking for the duel this time. Lowe will manage to get the Shadow Dance off. Back in with the AoE Doom, but Maria's going to be forced back to safety.
Nightfall's just hitting them.
He's just standing his ground. And he is going to get caught by the AoE Doom once again, but now the Doom's gone. Jealous is dead, the Duel's back up, they catch Somnus. Somnus is out of the game, it's a guy back on him. GG is called as Betboom will take this game 2, push the series to the 3rd game.
This one was a beatdown, really. Never stopped moving. Save GPK, I mean Tokyo as well. Just doing absolute devastation. I feel like it all rallied around that top, what, 7 or 8 consecutive kills they were able to get. It was
go from them. And those moves as well, it gave time for Reza to get that space right, get his farm on, get the Blade Mail and the Blink Dagger. And from that point on, Reza pretty much said don't worry about the Slark. Low, he's completely under market